Module 7, colon dot. Decision-making in organizations. Module. Overview. Decision-making is the intellectual engine of all organizational functions. It is the process through which managers and leaders identify problems, evaluate alternatives, and choose the best course of action to achieve organizational objectives. Whether strategic or tactical, routine or critical, centralized or decentralized, every decision taken within an organization has a ripple effect on performance, resource allocation, employee morale, innovation, competitiveness, and long-term sustainability. In this module, we explore the types, models, processes, styles, tools, biases, and ethical dimensions of decision making. We also examine how organizations make decisions under uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity, and how leaders can cultivate a decision ready culture rooted in data, analysis, empathy, and foresight. Effective decision making is not accidental, it is a learnable skill, a disciplined art, and a strategic imperative in the fast paced, volatile, and complex global business environment. Learning objectives. At the end of this module, you will be able to understand the concept, scope, and relevance of decision making in organizations. Differentiate between types and levels of decisions: strategic, tactical, operational. Apply models and frameworks for rational, bounded, and intuitive decision making. Identify individual and group decision making processes. Recognize cognitive biases and emotional traps that distort judgment. Analyze decision making under risk, uncertainty, and complexity. Utilize tools such as decision trees, SWOT, cost benefit analysis, and simulations. Understand the role of ethics and social responsibility in managerial decisions. Appreciate the influence of leadership styles and organizational culture on decisions. Develop strategies for improving decision quality and accountability. Section 1.0. The nature of organizational decision making. Decision making is the act of choosing between two or more alternatives to solve a problem or pursue an opportunity. It involves a period, recognizing an issue or goal, gathering relevant information, generating and evaluating options, selecting a course of action, implementing the decision, reviewing outcomes and learning from results. Every department, HR, finance, operations, marketing, IT, engages in decision making daily, from high level strategy to low level routines. Section 2 colon. Types and levels of decisions. By organizational level. Level. Description. Examples. Strategic decisions. Long term, high impact, made by top management. Entering new markets, mergers, brand repositioning, tactical decisions. Mid-term, functional, by middle managers. Budget allocation, hiring plans, training programs, operational decisions. Short-term, routine, by lower-level managers. Staff scheduling, inventory restocking, customer service. By nature, program decisions. Repetitive, routine, use established rules. Non-program decisions. Unique, complex, require creative thinking. Section 3. Decision-making models. 1. Rational model, classical. Based on logic, objectivity, and complete information. Assumes decision makers can evaluate all alternatives. Ideal but often unrealistic in real-world settings. Steps. Define the problem. Identify decision criteria. Allocate weights to criteria. Develop alternatives. Evaluate alternatives. Select the best alternative. 2. Bounded rationality model. Herbert Simon. Real-world constraints: time, information, mental capacity. Decision makers satisfies. Pick an acceptable, not optimal solution. Reflects actual managerial behavior. 3. Intuitive model based on instinct, gut feeling, subconscious experience. Used under uncertainty, time pressure, or in areas of deep expertise. Faster but can be prone to bias. Section 4. Colon. Individual versus group decision making. Individual decision making: faster, clear accountability, less conflict risks include personal bias, tunnel vision. Group decision making. Diverse perspectives, pooled knowledge, higher buy-in risks include groupthink, domination by vocal members, slower pace group decision techniques. Brainstorming. Nominal group technique, NGT. Delphi method, consensus building, voting. Section 5 colon. Decision-making tools and techniques. SWOT analysis. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. Cost-benefit analysis. Compares total expected costs versus benefits. Decision trees. Visual representation of choices and their outcomes. Pareto analysis. 80-20 rule. Prioritizes causes or problems with the greatest impact. Scenario planning. Plans for alternative future possibilities. Simulation and modeling. Uses tech to test decisions in virtual environments. PERT and CPM charts. Used in project decision timing. Risk assessment matrix. Evaluates probability versus impact of risks. Section 6 colon. Barriers to effective decision-making. Cognitive biases. Confirmation bias. Anchoring. Overconfidence. Status quo bias. Availability heuristic. Emotional traps. Fear of failure. Ego involvement. Regret aversion. Emotional attachment to past investments. Sunk cost fallacy. Environmental barriers. Time pressure. Inadequate information. Organizational politics. Peer pressure. Cultural resistance to change. Section 7 colon. Decision-making under risk and uncertainty. Environment. Characteristics. Decision approach. Certainty. Known outcomes. Routine methods. Risk. Probabilities known. Use decision trees. Expected value. Uncertainty. Outcomes unpredictable. Use intuition, heuristics, simulations. Managers must learn to make quick yet informed decisions even when conditions are volatile and ambiguous, e.g., market crashes, pandemics. Section 8 colon. Ethics and social responsibility in decision making. Modern organizations are accountable not only to shareholders, but also to employees, customers, communities, environment, future generations. Ethical decision-making frameworks, colon, utilitarianism, greatest good for the greatest number, rights-based, respect individual rights, justice, fairness and equity, virtue ethics, align with moral character, triple bottom line, people, planet, profit. A good decision is not only profitable but also principled. Section 9 colon. Organizational culture and leadership impact. Organizational decision-making is deeply influenced by leadership style, autocratic versus participative, communication climate, open versus secretive, risk appetite, innovative versus conservative, structure, hierarchical versus flat, access to information. A culture of openness, data sharing, and psychological safety fosters better decisions. Section 10 colon dot. Improving decision-making effectiveness. Practical strategies. Encourage data-driven thinking. Promote diversity in decision teams. Establish decision protocols and accountability. Use technology. AI dashboards, predictive analytics. Document lessons learned. Conduct post-decision reviews. Train leaders in critical thinking and cognitive bias mitigation. This module has come to an end.